Welcome to US Rail Journeys, Series 3. It's been a long time coming, but with the easing of travel restrictions, I have been able to make the journeys I had originally planned for the spring of 2020. So far in this series, I have travelled from Miami to New York on the Silver Star, from New York to New Orleans on the Crescent, and now I'm travelling from Los Angeles to Chicago on the Texas Eagle. I will then complete my 6,684-mile rail tour using the Lakeshore Limited to New York, and then, for my final trip, the Acela to Boston. Episode 25, where we continue our journey through Texas from San Marcos to Temple. We've just passed an absolutely vast car breaker's yard. Must be thousands of cars in there. I do hope that they recycle as much of those cars as they can. So we're about to arrive at San Marcos, our first stop since San Antonio, and an hour and a half has passed since we were joined by our new fellow travellers, and we're now 1,475 miles from Los Angeles. San Marcos was founded on the banks of the San Marcos River, considered by many archaeologists to be the oldest continuously inhabited area in the Northern Hemisphere. The area around San Marcos Springs was first settled in 1846. Its founder, Edward Burleston, was a hero of the Texas Revolution. It is situated along the Balcones Fault, and there are many natural springs and water features. The upper river is a popular recreational area. The culture of the city is diverse, and the Texas State University students create a vibrant music scene. The restored town square was originally laid out in 1851. The San Marcos Springs are a crucial habitat for 5 endangered species. The station, which opened in 2001, is an intermodal transit centre. Most passengers travel towards Dallas-Fort Worth, 19.4% commute locally, and 12.5% travel as far as Chicago, or even towards Los Angeles. The station was used by over 7,550 passengers in 2019. Although the area we're passing through is semi-rural, semi-agricultural, we're also passing quite a number of plants on either side of the rail tracks. I'm not sure what they manufacture, but they all seem pretty heavy duty. Another small town passed, the driver with his hand hard on the horn as we went over a number of crossings. The railway is splitting the small town into two. The sun is behind a cloud at the current time, and we're travelling along with a row of trees on either side of us. A few yards from the trees, there are houses. And for part of the way in the space between the trees and the houses, small business units of all kinds. The train is currently travelling for 30 miles between San Marcos and Austin. We have a scheduled 50 minutes to the capital of Texas and home to the University of Texas. We've been braking heavily to a stop with the driver solidly on the horn. Must be something untoward if the conductors are having to step off the train. One of them's just putting on his yellow high vis, so they're going to have to walk the line. and make sure that whatever the problem is sorted out.
Sleeping car passengers, if you wanted breakfast this morning in the dining car, now would be the time to come in. Once again, last call for breakfast service for sleeping car passengers. Once again, that dining car is located in one car behind the sleeping car. You'll just go up to that cafe window. We don't serve tables for breakfast service. Just go up to that cafe window and she'll take your order there. Last call for breakfast service for sleeping car passengers.
A few minutes will be in Austin, Texas. If Austin is your stop, now will be a good time to look above and below your seat for your personal belongings. Folks, if you're leaving us here at Austin and you have checked bags, if you wait up there at the station, give them a few minutes to get everything unloaded. They'll bring them out there and pass them out. Please have your claim checks ready. For the rest of you going through with us, if you'd like to step off, stretch your legs, and have a cigarette, you may do so. We do ask that you stay close to the train and listen for the all-aboard call. Also, folks, if you have any seats next to you that's open, please put your stuff in front of you or above your head. We will need every seat. We have quite a few people getting on here in Austin. Austin, Texas, coming up.
So we're now in Austin. Residents of Austin include a blend of university professors, students, politicians, lobbyists, musicians, state employers and high-tech workers. It claims the title of live music capital of the world with a vibrant nightlife on 6th Street. The town was settled in the 1830s on the banks of the Colorado River and was originally named Waterloo. In 1839, it was chosen as the capital of the new Republic of Texas and was renamed after Stephen F. Austin, the father of Texas. The state capitol building, completed in 1888, was at the time the 7th largest building in the world. It is consistently ranked amongst the safest city per capita of any size. The city is home to the annual Austin Film Festival, and it's been the location for many films, due in part to the influence of the University of Texas's Department of Radio, Television, Film. Ballet Austin is a major ballet academy, and Barton Springs is the nation's largest natural swimming pool in an urban area. Swimming in Barton Springs during Christmas is an annual tradition, as the water is spring-fed and never dips below 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Austin Station is located just west of downtown Austin. The brick station was built in 1947 for the Missouri Pacific Railroad and provides a small waiting room, ticket office and toilet for passengers. Over 29,500 Texas Eagle passengers used the station in 2019. There is quite a queue of passengers waiting to join the train. Double blast on the horn, and we're off from Austin as the train slowly pulls out of the station. It's actually quite a nice railway station. Simple, but still quite a nice station. Whereas on the other side of the track, graffiti-covered building with corrugated iron in what used to be the windows. Must be part of the old rail yards. Lots of rubbish just stacked there.
The cafe is open and serving if you'd like to come up and see me. I'm located just in front of the coach cars. I have a variety of items available, both breakfast and lunch. And also we are accepting debit card, credit card, Apple Pay, Google Pay, and good old cash. I do have alcohol beverages for those 21 and over with a valid ID, so come on up and see me. Thank you.
I think we must now be out of Austin and into the country, though we pass through some suburbs with not too big 3-4-story apartment blocks. Just past a gravel train, and we've just passed a collection of 5 freight locomotives in a siding together. I think we're passing yet another factory plant on the side of the tracks that must use the railway to take its products away. It looks to me as though it might be a cement works. I always like it when we're running next to a road and we're overtaking the traffic on the road. Maybe people will learn that they should let the train take the strain. Passing a big block of lock-up garages. A petrol station, a 7-Eleven. A church of some kind, I'm not sure which. Some offices, though the car parks outside the offices don't look very full today. Maybe that's because yesterday was a holiday and maybe people are taking some extra time off. Maybe their heads are a bit sore. Cross another level crossing. Past a house with a wood frame that's being built. Actually some quite nice houses out here, but they don't have anything more than just grass outside them. I don't think I'd enjoy living somewhere where I couldn't have a nice garden. But just down there, some raised beds full of vegetables, and then back to trees.
I'm going to last call for my breakfast break. So if you can come down to the cafe in the next 10-15 minutes, that would be great. Any last minute breakfast items or lunch items are available. Like I said, I will be taking my breakfast break in about 15 minutes, so please come see me now. Thank you.
If Taylor's your stop, now would be a good time to look above and below your seat for your personal belongings. Taylor, Texas, coming up.
We're running about 5 minutes early. We've done another 35 miles and we've reached Taylor, founded in 1876. It quickly became a busy shipping point for cattle, grain and cotton. By 1890, there were 2 banks and the first savings and loan institution in the state of Texas. The T. Don Hutto Residential Center opened in 2006 as a detention facility for illegal immigrant families whilst they're awaiting the outcome of their immigration application. Taylor is also the birthplace of Frederick Bean Tex Avery, an animator, cartoonist, voice actor, and the creator of Daffy Duck, Bugs Bunny, Porky Pig, and others during the golden age of Hollywood animation. The modest station is unstaffed. It consists of a small pavilion with picnic tables and shares a plot of land with a Union Pacific yard office. The pavilion is basic. The yard office is ugly. In 2019, nearly 5,000 passengers used the station. And I have to say, from where I'm sat, Taylor doesn't appear to have anything to recommend it. So we're well out of Taylor now, passing through agricultural communities, a lot of arable farming, crops ready by the look of it. And something I haven't seen in a few years, some large grain silos waiting for the harvest. On one side we have corn, a deep yellow ready for harvest by the look of it, and on the other side pasture, though I haven't seen any cattle. Well, here we are, deep in the heart of Texas. And we must be in the middle of nowhere, because my mobile phone says no service. This part of the track certainly wasn't built for comfort, as we buck and bounce our way through yet another small community. Small houses, truck outside the house, there's one missing part of its roof, and on the edge of town, the usual bits with more dumped vehicles, and past some large grain silos. Texas is a very large state. And that's why we can have desert, we can have farmland, we can have wealthy cities. And sadly, in those cities, extreme poverty. Some cows grazing as we pass. Looks like some calves as well, enjoying the sparse grass. The area we're now passing through is pretty heavily wooded. I think there's a river running there with a line of trees on both sides of it. On the other side, another community. Another place selling pickup trucks. A couple of water towers over a level crossing. And in the distance, you can see some big, wealthy ranches. I think we may be approaching Temple, just past a very nice recreational lake. And now we're seemingly going through some suburbs. Team putting in a new wooden pole, maybe for street lighting, maybe for stringing power cables. 2 trucks, both with cranes, needed to position the tarred pole vertical in the hole.
Our station stop coming up here in just a few minutes will be Temple, Texas. If Temple is your stop, now would be a good time to look above and below your seat for your personal belongings. Folks, if you're leaving us here at Temple and you have checked bags, if you're waiting right outside the gate, give them a few minutes to get everything unloaded, have your claim checks ready, they'll bring them up there and pass them out. For the rest of you going through with us, if you'd like to step off, stretch your legs and have a cigarette, you may do so. We do ask that you stay close to the train list for the on-board car. Also, folks, if you're going through with us, please do not go outside the fence. Again, please do not go outside the fence. Please stay between the fence and the train and listen for the on-board call. Temple, Texas, coming up.
We're making very good time today. I think we're running about 15 minutes early. So what should be a quick stop and dash has become a stop where people can get out for a breath of air. The man with the microphone thanks the passengers and crew on train number 422, the Texas Eagle, which left Los Angeles Union Station on Sunday the 3rd of July 2022, bound for Chicago. The US Rail Journeys podcasts are produced and published by the Mr. T Podcast Studio. Thank you very much for listening, and please join me again in a couple of weeks for the next instalment.